Most of the times we are so unhappy in our life because how we are thinking is determining how we are feeling. And yeah, most of the times we are so unhappy, depressed, we feel a lot of stress because how our mind is thinking. What is inside of our mind is the point of anything, is the point of your life, is why your life is working or not, is why you are happy or not. Everything ends in your mind. And how your life is going, the opportunities that are coming, and how the life is going is determined by all the beliefs that you have, the beliefs about the relationships, the belief about the money, and the beliefs about anything in your life. So if you don't have enough money, or if your life is not working, is because of what are you thinking, because you're taking actions based on what do you think. And if you think that the relationships are unworthy, that no one can love you, that you're hard to be loved, how are you gonna take the relationships? How are you gonna feel about the relationships? How are you gonna feel? You see, it's about what is inside of your mind, what your mind thinks. If you think that the life is a shit, that is so hard to live, that you have to do so many things for be happy, how are you gonna live? How are you gonna feel? You're gonna feel so sad, and you will feel like, I don't wanna be here, I don't wanna live because it's so hard, and I have to be happy if I do things like my happiness is determined in what I achieve, in what I in what I achieve, and in all the things that I do. So when you are doing anything, when you are not doing something, how are you gonna feel? Do you see, everything ends in your mind. So if you think that you are not enough for do something, that you are not beautiful, that you are ugly, you will not tell to the guy that you like, hey, I like you. You will not go to these places when you have to be seen. You will not go because you will think that if the people watch you, they will think that you are they will think that I'm ugly. They will think that, hey, I'm not worthy. They will think that. So I put in my mind, in the mind of others, and I think that that's true. I think that he's thinking that I'm not beautiful, that I'm just a little bit weird, and I think that I am that. That's number one. I think that I'm that. And number two, I put my mind on his brain. Like, I put my mind on him, and I think that he's thinking that. But is it true? It's true that he's thinking that I'm ugly and I'm weird. I can't know that. I can't know that. Just ask to the guy, hey, do you think that I'm unworthy and ugly? Do you see, like, it's not possible. Like, you can't know what that person is thinking, and maybe that person is watching you but not thinking about you. Maybe he just is watching you, and that's it. So the point, as you are watching, is in your mind. It's not about how they treat you, what happens to your life. Like, one part of it, yes, but most of the times is how we perceive that. We perceive that as an meanness, we perceive that as something wrong, and so on. So maybe you don't have to change the people, maybe you don't have to change your what is in your life and the situations. Maybe you have to change what is, how do you are perceiving that, what is in your mind, and then you will change what are you feeling. Because that's one mistake to think, if you change what is externally, like the people, how they are treating you, and all the situation, if you think that that will change how are you feeling, you're wrong. Because your emotions are the consequences of your thoughts. So you have to change your thoughts for change your emotion. And guess what? For change your thoughts, you don't need that person to change. You don't need that situation to end. You don't need this to happen. You just need to sit down and question your thoughts, if is this true or not. And you just have to do your work with your thoughts. Not with that person, not with your mother, not with your work, not with that. And then when you stop thinking that he's the cause of my suffering, this situation is causing me anxiety, I'm stressed because this person told me this. When you question it, all these stories, because that are stories, and you start thinking how I'm perceiving this person, as a meanness, as as a brilliant person, as a bad person. How I'm perceiving that is why I'm feeling like this. So, as I said, don't try to change like what is externally, because you can't change the external things. It's absolutely impossible. But you can change how are you feeling. You can change what is here. So that's your work, that's your responsibility. It's not your job to change someone, it's not your job to change one situation, it's not your job. Your job is to change how do you react when this person says this, how do you react when this happens. That's your responsibility, and that's what you can control. That's where you have the control. But you don't have the control of how that person treats you, what this person says to you, if you have this job or not. Okay, so thank you for watching me, and see you in the next video.